And as promised, the first hit in Road Atlanta of the Forza Touring Car Championship. Now, due to the length of this race, I'm actually going to condense it in just the highlights portion. Anyways, this is just the initial lap. We're just warming up and we're gonna get in our grid positions. If I remember correctly, when I left you, I qualified in 7th place out of 9. So not too good, but anyways, I'm in a different car now. This time I'm in an Audi instead of the Honda. All of the cars here are global touring cars, and basically the only cars that you can run are the BMW and the Volvo, because those two are just ahead of everybody else. And the rest of them are actually very balanced. So anyways, here I'm just gonna be waiting for everybody to pass me and for me to get in the correct position. And actually, from what I remember, I tried to get into the back of the pack here because I changed my car, but then they informed me that I still could hold 7th place for the initial positions of the grid. So that's exactly what I ended up doing. I ended up, after this warm-up lap, coming in 7th place for the start of the race. So thankfully, I guess they didn't penalize me for changing the car. Anyways, they were the ones that said that it was fine. But it was a great race, I think. The weirdest one is the second race, which I'll show you after this. Anyways, let's jump right into the beginning of the race. Alright, so here we are at the beginning of the race, and I have no idea what time the race starts because I don't have the timer, so I basically start last anyways. Exactly what I wanted to avoid, but anyways, here I am. No, I have the timer conditional, so it only appears every single time that I complete a sector. And since I didn't complete a sector that time, it hadn't started yet. Anyways, the race is underway, everybody gets fine through the first few corners, and the first lap didn't see too much action. I'm closing up on this person in front of me. And let's see, do I get a move? I tried the outside, but I'm way too far away, and I almost ran out of road in Road Atlanta to pass him. Anyways, I don't get a good launch, and now I'm actually very far behind for what I should be at this point of the race. Anyways, keeping up, trying to get close to him. I still don't do anything, but there we go. I think I get a good launch coming into the final corners. And let's see how close I can get at the end of this straight. That's an okay launch right there. Actually a pretty good one, never mind. Oh, and there was a crash, somebody crashed. And here we go. Do I get the move inside? No, I cannot get him on the inside. And apparently there was a crash. Now, the way that the crashes work for us is that we basically just race to the end of the lap, and then we just pace ourselves and pit. But I had no idea how that was going to work, so I was just trying to let everybody through, I guess. I have no idea what was going through my mind, to tell the truth. But anyways, I ended up losing some positions because I didn't realize that I should have been racing until we completed the lap. But there we go, that person thankfully gave me, I guess, the position back. And I wasn't even trying to race at all, I was just letting the person in front of me get ahead and get farther ahead, and he pitted, which is kind of smart considering that he would have new tires. Although, never mind, it's probably not that smart because the race had just begun. We were only really in just the second lap of the race. But anyways, I'm still kind of in the middle of the pack now, I guess. And let's see. Right now we're just pacing ourselves, so I'm just gonna get us back to speed and catch you guys. I'll catch you guys when we are about to go green again. So see you soon. We are going green at the end of this lap, so we ended up with a caution for basically 2 laps because the people who had crashed wouldn't catch up to the whole pack on time. Anyways, let's see how I do this time in this restart. I think this time I'll get a good launch. I'm feeling well. And everybody's in single line, tightly packed, waiting for the start of the race.
Here we go, 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 go.
And here we go, I get a good launch. And am I going to be able to challenge for a place? No, well, yes, because the person who was in third ended up losing 2 positions in this restart, so that was a poor restart by that person. Anyways, here we go, side by side. Can I challenge? No. I don't have the guts to challenge, I'll rather not crash. And I lose a lot of time just not challenging that person. I was way out of position there. And here we go. Oh, I get a little bit on the grass that takes away some time for me, and the person right behind me is now aiming to pass me, and I'm not gonna challenge that person at all. I mean, he had a better launch out of that turn, and this is the longest straight in the race. And there we go, it makes easy work of me. So let's see if I can hold my position in 6th place. Or 5th, never mind, I'm 5th, we're in lap number 6, my bad. Here we go. I'm still kind of on point with them. I'm not really dropping too far behind. I'm actually catching up now to 4th place. Let's see if I can stay there. I'm still in 5th. And coming left, right turn. I think I should have taken the right turn a little bit tighter. That way I could have also had a better launch for this place. But anyways, I still have a good launch out of here. And am I going to be able to pass the person on 4th? We're side by side. Do I get clear? Yes, I get clear. Just on time. I'm gonna be able to defend this turn. He's way too far behind for him to challenge me. And I get 4th position. So it's looking well. It's better than I expected. I end up having a bad launch here, and he gets the position back. And no, we go side by side in that turn. We had no right doing that at all. But at the end of the day, I end up losing 4th position coming into the first turn. And there we go. There's nothing I can do because he had a better line. There we go. He's starting to get a little bit away. And there's nothing I can do. He clearly has more experience driving this track than I. And there we go. I get an okay launch coming out of this long right-hander into the long straight. And I'm a little bit comfortable right now. I have breathing through. And can I do anything to catch him? Doesn't seem I'm attacking too well the corners. It just seems that I'm trying to sit back and enjoy the race and also watch my position, because I really don't want to get passed anymore. And I actually want to catch up to the person in front of me, but there's nothing I can do. I didn't really have enough practice in this track, considering that I was actually practicing the other configuration of Road Atlanta. So in the corners that matter the most, I really couldn't make up my time. So right here in the S's, I was actually prepared to go left, since that's the configuration that I practiced. I had no idea how to take this long right-hander, and this is where you can make, I would say, most of your time, because not only is it a long turn, but it also is the turn that actually determines the speed that you are going to have in the longest straight of the course. Anyways, it seems that I'm actually at least hitting my braking marks, and I'm just cruising right now. I have a comfortable gap to the person behind me, and at least the person in front of me is still in sight. So once there's more action, I'm gonna go right to that moment.
Final lap, white flag. This is a rhythm track if I've ever seen one.
We are riding until the end. This is the final lap. Do I get an okay launch? I think I'm being harassed very close by the person behind me, and yes I am. Luckily I get an okay launch coming out of that first turn. I don't break myself here, but I could have definitely used a little more road, and the person behind me actually did use more road. So he's even closer now. Thankfully, through these S's, he cannot really pass, and in fact he lost a little bit of distance that time. So I'm just okay defending my position. Let's see, can I get a good launch out of this turn? No, it seems the person is going to challenge me in the outside.
Is that how you say it?
And
That's why I keep on
luckily I
calling
was
you
able
Gino,
to
but I have no idea how to say that.
keep my line and not lose too much time. That pass was
Okay.
very hard to make work. Anyways, here
Just crashed.
in the chicanes,
Third place.
that car cannot challenge me at all, and I'm seeing it in my rear view mirror. And can it get past me? Is it going to challenge me? No, it seems I keep my position.
Are we gonna have
A very close last lap though.
Yeah, I think
And
everyone
it seems
here
I've
wanna break
finished
the
this
record.
race
I know I
in
should.
5th place. And it was an okay show. I think it could have definitely gone much better, but it was okay. Anyways, let's see the final positions for this race. And after that we'll go to the next video, which will have hit number 2. And hit number 2 was full of crashes all around. Like, it took us forever to finish hit number 2. Everybody was literally crashing all the time, and we were going green, and then the same lap we were going back to the pits because we would total our cars.
So there's that.
58,
Oh, man.
7, Wad C, 58, 8, I think.
How long of a